and flies in the face of the research Kendall Billman shared, the research that Dealer Socket shared, the research that Jerry Tebow shared, is that we're really not working the leads very hard, and surely we're not working them very well over 30 days. That being said, this was the thing that really blew me away. Google's research said that when someone starts their purchase intent on the internet, when they go on the internet to buy a car, and I'm in the market to buy a car, so during the cocktail hour I need some help because I'm still very confused what kind of car I want. But this was wild. 63% of the people, when they went out to buy a car, they had a brand in mind, but only 20% bought the brand that they started out with. So for example, someone goes into the marketplace and says, I want a Ford. 63% of people go into a market like that, and only 20% of them actually buy a Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sell more cars from your current advertising budget without spending an extra dollar, I will say that you need to educate your local market. You need to be a local expert. You need to address the pink elephant in the room. If your BDC, your internet department, isn't asking the consumers what other brands are you shopping, what other dealers have you visited, you are ignoring the pink elephant in the room. Because we know from the research that they're less brand loyal today. I also think we need to differentiate ourselves. Honestly, I'm not exaggerating, 95% of the dealer principals and general sales managers I say, why should I buy from you, cannot, in 2 minutes, give me an answer that holds any water. We treat our customers like family. Yeah, that's what everyone says. We're going to take good care of them. We have low prices. Everyone says that too. It's amazing. If you went to your website, is there any differentiation? And I won't embarrass anybody like Jerry does with the phone calls, which is great. But honestly, I was at a very large dealer group, 40 sales professionals, and I asked everyone in the room, can you give me, in 2 minutes, why I should buy a car from me? And over half of the reasons were complete bullshit. Just the same. We take care of people. We won't rip you off. We have great selection. I said, well, that doesn't differentiate. That's every other car ad or radio commercial. Agreed? Lastly, CONQUEST. Of course, Sean Bradley talked about this a little earlier, about the importance of video. Conquesting. Video does not have the restrictions on Google keywords that paid search does. You know, if you're not a Toyota dealer, you can't have an ad that says Toyota. Do you ever test that? If you want to try to conquest in search, you can't use Toyota unless your URL. You can conquest all day long on YouTube. Someone types in Toyota Camry Dallas. If you're a Nissan dealer, you can be popping up saying, compare the Toyota Camry to the Nissan X. More importantly, I want to challenge you, if you watch your peers, if you only wait for someone else to do it, you'll miss some wonderful opportunities. You really need to come to conferences like this, the things that Jim was sharing, all the speakers were sharing, is that if you wait for your competition, if you don't invest in education, you're going to be last in the market. Here's an example. Remember, I asked you if anyone had some vehicles in their service bay with some mileage on them. This is Keenan Pyatt, General Manager of Lithia Toyota in Abilene. Aside from the accent and maybe some word choices that I wouldn't use in New Jersey, but they're very appropriate in Abilene, Texas, he had a fantastic idea. That fantastic idea, since February 1st, 24,000 people have watched this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't tell you how we generate all that traffic, but we're talking a lot of local traffic. Number two, if you put $2, just $2, to get someone to watch this video, that's a lot of money, right? That's worth a $50,000, but it didn't cost them more than $1,000. So think about what would happen if you played a video like this, and let me actually play the video for you. It may be loud, I'm sorry, because I don't have...
You know, after a truck has 410,000 miles on it, You might think it'd be all wore out. Not on a Toyota and not on this vehicle. Let me show you something about it. Starts up every time. Solid as a vehicle built. As you can see, the seats aren't all broke down. Door handles are good. The glove box still opens and closes, and the vents also operate properly. You know, there's no telling how many times this tailgate's been let down, and the shocks still work perfectly. As you can see, the buttons aren't all wore off. The dials still work perfectly. The fit and finish on this vehicle is amazing. You might not drive your next vehicle 410,000 miles, but wouldn't you feel good knowing you have a Toyota quality behind you? Come see us at Lithia Toyota of Avalon, Toyota's President's Award winner, 5 years running.
You like that video? That truck is sitting in his showroom. Ladies and gentlemen, when I went in and showed them the power of video, like Sean Bradley will do, I believe dealers are entrepreneurs. And I believe their entrepreneurial spirit, once they understand how to connect with consumers in a new way, they know the product, they know their market. But if you're going to wait for your peers to educate you, you will not sell more cars. You need to think out of the box. And this is a perfect example. Paul Potraz talked about retargeting. Take a look, Lori's Auto Group, they're a one-price dealership in Minnesota. We put together a retargeting campaign that's really amazing. 16 million impressions, total cost $30,000 over 15 months. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 million times over a 15-month period when people were watching YouTube, getting to sports, weather, whatever they were doing, CNBC, they were followed and having record sales. We've heard a lot about SEO and the relationship with social media and SEO. I want to tell you, if you are again going to wait for someone else to show you how you should be doing SEO, if you're going to wait for your website provider to necessarily lead you for SEO, probably not going to sell more cars. I wrote an article. I encourage you to read it. It's on internetsalesmanager.org. Here's my contention. And I've never heard anybody talk about this, but Google charges you per click based on something called a quality score. Has anybody heard this concept of quality score? It's the keyword that you're buying, okay? The ad, what the ad is saying, and where you're taking the person.